Hey y'all, Shadow here. You haven't heard from me for a few days. I've been around. Uh, Keys is all wrapped up in this back to his backpacking, and you know what he's upset about? He's upset about the fact that all this stuff goes on about a 12-hour pack, a 24-hour pack, a 3-day pack, or so, uh, a 100-hour pack. You should have this, you should carry this, you should do this, you should have this, you should have this thing, you should store this type of thing, you should have a tent, you should have all these things. Right? They go on about all these things, right? But then the hurricane hits America, two hurricanes back to back, and the reason why you would have a 12-hour, 24-hour, 72-hour backpack is so that you would be able to survive for 12 hours, for a day, for 3 days, until help would come to you in a form of aid, be it the federal government, the state government, the local government, and or some type of organization, search and rescue, comes out and helps you. That's the basic idea. Okay? He has been trained in the previous lives along those lines. So what he's trying to do, right? He's been trained to do that on the other side of the fence. Okay, so he knows or was part of that other side of the fence that would have to go out and help people. But now he's one of the people that might have to be helped. He would have to receive that help. But after these two hurricanes, there's no way he believes that's going to happen because it didn't happen. All kinds of stuff happened other than helping the people, right? They're not going to deliver supplies. Somebody's going to stop supplies from being delivered. You can't bring the supplies. I have to deliver the supplies because I'm the local. Got all this stuff going on. In the meantime, people needed the stuff. Like, for example, if you're in the mountains and there's a lot of water, you're going to have a mudslide. You're going to have other houses come down on your house. You're going to have issues. You're going to have to leave where you are because you're not going to be able to stay where you are if you're near water. So where do you go? You can't go down because you're going to go down into a more tragic area. You got to go up. So where do you go? And are you going to be able to put a tent up and stay in a tent while this disaster is happening? Probably not. See, so all these things about 12-hour pack, 1 hour pack, actually, Geezer feels it's all bullshit. And I have to tend to believe him that it is all BS. That you're out, carrying this, carrying that. Oh, you need a plan for this, and oh, you need that. Yeah. And what happens when all those things just evaporate? What do you do? What do you do? He'll complain about it, and people will come on and go, well, don't complain about it because in 3 days, help's going to be there. Really? In 3 days, nobody came to help anybody in North Carolina. After a week, nobody helped anybody in North Carolina. People had no food, no power, right? So here's Geezer talking about, well, I got this flashlight, and I got this beast of a light, and I bought another beast of a light, and somebody said, well, why are you buying all these flashlights? Then his buddies in New Jersey, okay, which I find to be really funny, okay? He's in the mountains in New Jersey. They're in New Jersey sea level. And they're telling him or asking him, what the hell are you doing? And he's asking them, well, what are you doing? He goes, I'm in the mountains. I'm 6,000 feet. Where are you? And the problem where he is, okay, at 6,000 feet, he shouldn't be at 6,000 feet. And why is that? Because he's not physically able to do it. He's not going to tell you that, but I can tell you as a shadow. Okay? The 6,000 feet, the elevation issue is hurting him and his wife. Okay? Because your body has to now, there's not an adaptation. See, in Washington, he adapted to the fact that it rained all the time. And it took him quite a bit of time to adapt. He had to join a couple groups. He had to hang around with certain people. He went through, hiking groups, and he went through trail things and mountaineering and all sorts of things. But he finally got the right gear. He understood the layering system, the waterproofing, and the fact that he had to carry a backpack all the time in Washington State, specifically in Seattle and Tacoma. He had to carry a backpack all the time. He adapted to it slowly. It was an issue, but he adapted to it. Finally understood it. But see, now in the mountains of Arizona, it's different now because he's so high up. Okay? Very high up. He's over a mile. He's higher than Denver. Where he is in Arizona is higher than Denver. Okay? Now, the adaptation is the fact that the air is thinner. It's harder to breathe this high up. And it's not a matter of being in shape. It's a matter of, is your body capable of producing more red blood cells to bring you more oxygen? That's the issue. So, like, people retire here, they get here and they're like, goddamn, I'm tired. Just like in his case, him and his wife, super fatigued when they got here. Now, they're in their second year here. They're a lot better, I can tell you, they're a lot better this year. Okay? But they're still in the mountain house with a lot of stairs. And the stairs are kicking their ass. That's why you don't see him downstairs anymore. Once in a while, he'll give you a video from the garage. He's trying to stay away from that. He'll give you more videos from the deck than he's going to give you from the garage. Nowadays, he's going to give you one from the garage. He wanted to actually be in the garage, but he just can't get it going because he doesn't have Junior here to help him modify that garage. So he's not going to do it. He's just going to wing it now, and that's fine. But the Jersey crowd's like, "What are you doing?" He says, "Come out here, and you'll see what I'm doing." Nobody tells you when you're traveling around the country the dangers of the environment you're traveling in, because people don't think of it that way. Okay, but I can tell you, as the shadow, if you live in, say, Ohio. If you live in the flatlands, okay, Ohio, Kansas, Jersey, New York, the lowlands of South Carolina, lowlands of North Carolina, Florida, the deep South, Mississippi, Louisiana, and you're thinking about coming out to the mountains of Arizona, Colorado, Utah, Montana, thinking about coming out that way, you better visit and see if you can do it. Because if you're going to just drive out here and do a massive transfer, more than likely you're not going to like it, you're going to leave. Now, I can tell you, this dude adapted to Washington with the rain. I see in the future, I see him going back to Washington. Even though he'll tell you he won't, I believe he will. I believe he'll consider going back to Washington. If it comes down to staying here or going to Washington, he's going to Washington. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. All right. I'm bumping my gums too long as the shadow. Good to see you all. Hope you all have a great day. We got some great baseball games going on. The Mets are coming back. The Yankees, they turned the page. They had a new game yesterday, and they sure delivered. We'll see what the weekend brings. We'll talk to you.